What is up, everybody? I am bringing you my quick review of Hunter x Hunter episode 105. And a couple things happened in this episode. We found out that the king is reduced to playing mind games in order to win a match against the little girl. Basically, what he did was he bet her that if he wins, he gets her left arm, and if she wins, she gets one wish. Now, I think that he's doing this, well, he said he's doing this to disrupt her flow, because if he could get her to get scared, then she won't be able to play as well as she did before. Now, this was BS, because now the king is reduced to playing mind games, and he's not the same, legit king that he was before. But it didn't work anyway, because she basically is fearless. She said, well, you could take my life if you win, because without Gungi, I am nothing. Gungi, there was like this flashback, and Gungi is the only reason she's alive. Gungi is her breadwinner for her family, and without her playing Gungi, she's a burden to her family. So she said, this is all I've been able to do my whole life. So if I'm not playing this, you can kill me now. And Miriam got into it with Sourpuss, because Miriam cut off his arm after he found out that she's fearless. He cuts off his arm, and Sourpuss, being the little girl that he is, the butterfly guy, he runs over to King Miriam and goes, well, let me fix your arm, and if you don't let me fix your arm, you can kill me right now, which was stupid to say. And then the king was like, alright, come closer so I can one-shot you. So Sourpuss walked closer to get one-shotted, and the little girl basically refuses. She said, oh, I refuse to play you if your arm is messed up. And so basically the king, well, she said, I refuse to play you if your arm is messed up, and if you want to kill me through Gungi. So she just basically like he's been reduced to like, this is what they meant by the king life is gonna be. Well, the king is gonna change because of her. He can't kill her because, one, she's fearless, she's beating him, and the only way, basically she said the only way to kill her is if he beats her in Gungi. So he's like really softening up to her right now, and she's like the only person that could do this, because anybody else would get killed, even one of his royal guards. He was about to kill Sourpuss. He was about to one-shot Sourpuss. And I guess that means Sourpuss really isn't as strong as Neferpitou. Well, he kind of is, because Sourpuss got hit in the face, and he still took it. But he was like, the king was like, alright, come closer, because I'm going to one-shot you. But anyway, we found out that Nov, is trying to infiltrate the palace, as well as somebody else. And we find that out because we find out that there's only there's only 3 humans in the castle. The little girl, the old king, the old fat guy that used to be king, him, and his secretary, or his assistant. The secretary guy, he basically, what he does is, they said he was the real king. He does all the paperwork, the trading, speaking to other people, the other leaders in other countries, all that. He did all that for the king, and he's like in this room smoking up too much cigarettes. He's really creepy. He's online like searching for girls, and he brought like 8 girls, and he's like, oh, I want this one, I want this one, I want this one, I want that one. And I think he calls somebody up and says, yeah, I want all of these. And so one of those girls happens to be like a bait girl. She's undercover or whatever, and she's gonna try to infiltrate the castle when she gets in. I'm not a manga reader, so I'm not spoiling it for you guys. It's all in this episode, and I'm just giving you my opinion. So I think she's gonna go in and disrupt everyone's plans. Especially, she might get in the way of Nov's plan. Nov, Killua, Gon, everybody. She might get in the way of that. So we'll have to see in future episodes. And if you're a person who likes action, this episode probably wasn't for you, besides the whole Miriam and Sourpuss thing, because there was really no action, but it was hilarious. It was funny as hell, and I mean, it was just a good episode all around. So just go watch that episode, and I think that was it. So yeah, what we find out was that there's really no one in the palace. There's only 3 humans that I talked about before: the little girl, the old king, and the secretary, and the royal guards, and the king. And I'm guessing, in my opinion, I'm guessing there's like this random Khmer ants walking around just because they said there's no humans, there's no guards outside of the palace, there's no guards whatsoever. And We also see that Neferpitu, you know, she got called in to fix the king's arm. Now, this setup is a setup for the rest of this arc, in my opinion, because she can't use her nen for 2 to 4 hours, or 2 to 3 hours. So this is a good opening and a good leeway for Nov and everybody else to attack. That's why Nov is putting all these portals around the castle. So basically what his plan is for everyone to use them, you know, Gon, Killua, all of them, to use them to pop in and out the castle, you know, to take out the king and whatever. So they're just going to be popping in and out of random places, and no one's going to know where they're coming from. And they have good escape routes, just in case anything goes bad. So that was basically what Nova was doing, and that's basically the episode. And I think it was a great episode without the action or anything, because it was just amazing. It was funny. The interaction between the king and the little girl was hilarious. It was a funny episode, guys. Go watch it. I give it 5 thumbs up. It was a great episode, and you have to check it out. I think the interaction between the king, like I said before, the king and the little girl was amazing. It was funny. She was just mocking him the whole time. She said, if I don't win in this game, I'm garbage, and he was losing to her the whole time. So that basically meant he was garbage. And he's getting mind blown right now, because he's like, I can't kill her, and she's like fearless, and that's what he was reduced to. So I think that the next episode is going to be a lot of action in the next episode, because there's a whole bunch of setups in this episode for a great battle, and we're going to probably see more of that. And I guess Cheetu, we saw Leo, and what he was doing, he was just basically spying on them with the 2 Khmer ants, and I think Cheetu's going to come back with more powers. So I don't know when we're going to see Cheetu again, but we didn't see Gun and Killua in like these last 2 to 3 episodes. So I'm pretty sure Gun and Killua is gonna be in like the next episode, or the episode after that. So look out for them. And in my opinion, like, the king is right now, he's getting a little softer to her. You know, like the narrator said before, she's gonna change his life. He's getting a little soft to her, because he can't kill her. She's fearless. She can't see him, and he had his tail right next to her head, and I don't think she even noticed. So he can't kill her. And if it wasn't for her, Shao-Poof would have died that day. He was gonna get one-shotted, easy one-shotted. So Shao-Poof has to give his life for her. And I think he looked at her in like a crazy way, like, well, not like a crazy way, but like in a thank you way. Because when she said I refuse to the king, after he said let's continue to play, and she said I refuse, I'm not gonna play you if your arm is messed up. And Shao-Poof basically looked at her in like a thank you way. So that's basically what happened in this episode. And you know, there's a whole bunch of mind-blowing stuff that happened, you know, between the king and that whole room. And I just think that next episode is going to be really action-packed, because we might see some stuff go down. So this is Edman. Please subscribe and like for more videos, and I'm out.